So what we're trying to do here is that this figure had a lance or a spear, and we've chopped it off top and bottom of the shield. And now what's going to happen is we're going to remove the extra plastic just on top of his hand, because believe it or not, that hand is almost perfect size for the T-shaped pins that we are using to create a standard bearer, flag holder, if you will, in the flavor of this guy. Now, unfortunately, these figures, this sculpt, didn't have a big enough finger right in here, hand, to punch through with the screw, with the drill. And of course, you can imagine these are very tiny drill bits. Although this one actually isn't that small. I mean, I've had smaller ones, but the intention here is to create a standard bearer. And I'm going to cut through that plastic and then drill through his hand. Also note that the drill doesn't have to be very fast. And what you're doing here is you're using the very tip of the drill bit to get rid of that plastic. And once that plastic is gone, I'm going to continue to drill now. I'm going to hold the guy and drill right through his hand, but not too deep that it goes through the shield. I got to avoid coming through the shield here. So I got to go through his hand and just kind of guide, hold it to build up a little heat. Tilt it a little bit. This is a Dremel tool bit, drill motor. And then as you start to create the hole, come back. Actually, it might be a good idea to see if you can get rid of this entire javelin spear, because it is in the way. Now, continue with the hole. You want to be careful not to go through the front of the shield. Now you can see I'm punching through. I'm actually punching through the plastic of the javelin. That's a success. Perfect. Now let's get rid of some of this extra plastic that came off. Alright. Now why is this important? Because we need about 30 of these guys. Not this sculpt guy, but we need about 30 standards. Why? Because 30 legions, 30 cohorts, and there might be 6 or 5 or something to a legion. So we need quite a few of these guys. This is an example, and we're going to stick the pin now directly through the guy's hand. And as you see, it's almost perfect size, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect because the diameter of the hole is being pushed a little bit by the soft plastic. This could never be done with metal. The precision would have to be too much. Now, he's obviously, the x-axis is a little bit off, so we're going to twist his arm and continue to push through. And then we're going to actually punch right through that plastic again, because it's soft. Tilt the guy up to get pressure behind that pin. I could have drilled a hole, but I'm not going to bother. And then just push right through. Voila. A guy holding his shield and his standard in the same hand. Now, to secure this pin, because this is soft plastic, it might be advisable to either hot glue or resin glue this area right in here so it doesn't move very much. But we'll see how well it holds up. And then that's it. And then once these guys are all done, we can begin painting them. These are obviously for Carthaginian. This is an Iberian Peninsula tribal member, as denoted by his armor and headdress. So I forget the actual Lusitani, maybe, tribe in the Spanish realm. And these guys are all going to be part of the, well, I understand they might be Spanish or Gaul, but we're going to be using them for generic standard bearers. And in this case, we need several standard bearers for our North African cohorts, which we're going to be working on.